Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brooklyn. This is Brooklyn's Library. So, a couple of things before we get started. This is part 3 to my Becoming a Twihard series, and we are going to be going over New Moon. This is going to be a spoiler-filled vlog and review. I say vlog very loosely, so keep that in mind before going in. If you need to take a second and make sure that you have read the book, go ahead and do that, okay? And then come back later, you know. But also before you do that, like, of course, make sure you subscribe and like and everything. So, I am assuming that you have read New Moon or have no desire to read it at this point. If you're still here, hey. So I'm going to explain. I'm going to jump a little bit forward, or I guess backwards, because I did say I was going to vlog for this one. I did. However, did I? No, I did not. So I meant to, I'm sorry. I meant to, but I did update you guys at 25% with my full thoughts, and I'm going to try and keep all of that in, all of that good, juicy stream of consciousness of me talking. Okay, I'm going to try to do that more since you guys liked it so much. That was 11 minutes long, so hopefully, I don't know, you guys will see. Anyways, so I finished this book in like 2 days. Yeah, I was addicted. If you want to know my rating, you guys need to stick around to the end. But here are my thoughts at 25%. Hi guys, checking in to tell you that I've learned a lot this week, okay? So the first thing I learned is that you guys like when I'm unfiltered. Okay, work. Noted, very much noted. Second thing I learned is that I wanted to put a second thing before I put the third thing, but there wasn't a second thing. There's only 2 things that I learned. Okay. It's in the bathroom. Trust, I am so married, we are happy. The next thing I learned is that I might be Team Jacob. I might be. Okay, so I'm about 30% into New Moon, incorrectly marked because I was listening to the audio while I was working today. And tell me why Bella is so happy every time she's with Jacob. She's having a good time, Kiki, and every time she's with Edward, depressed, angsty. Was she seeing him? I don't know. Okay. Let me back it up real quick. If you guys don't know what New Moon is about, let me just tell you. Full spoilers, by the way. Let me just tell you where we're at with the book right now. So, for New Moon, what happened so far is that it was Bella's birthday at the start of the book. She went to the Collins house for her birthday celebration. Also, Bella's a Virgo, September 13th. She hates her birthday. Alice pretty much forced Bella to celebrate her birthday, so everyone else went along with it, and Bella was like, okay, whatever. So Bella went over to the Collins' house and got a paper cut, trying to open a gift. Jasper went feral and wanted to drink her blood. Okay, and so then Edward became all angsty and moody, and so Edward and Alice left. Edward and Carlisle and Esme decided that they wanted to leave. Rosalie and Emmett graduated and they're somewhere else, but they did come back for Bella's birthday party, but they're currently somewhere else. So all of the Cullens are gone. Okay, my tea is, Edward, you already knew what the fuck was gonna happen, so why would you lead this girl on and everything and then just immediately dump her? Like, why wouldn't you work through that? That's what I don't understand. Because, like, you want to say, oh, I'm such a bad person, or not, I guess entity. I'm such a bad entity. Like, you would be so much better without me, blah, blah, blah. Like, you keep saying that, and you keep being with her. So I don't understand why you felt like that in the first place. Me talking to Edward, I don't understand, like, why you felt like that in the first place, and then continue to be with her. Like, you will get over it. You will get over it. Leave that girl alone. Like, period. And so you waited until something actually happened, and this girl was obsessed with you, okay? And then peak obsession when she needed you the most because something traumatizing just happened to her, and she's like not even trying to hold that against you. You want to leave her. You want to leave her, and you want to say, pretend I don't exist, blah, blah, blah. Edward, no, I'm not a fan. Like, I know. You're changing my mind, Miss New Moon. Though, I do know there's 2 books left. I know he comes back. I know what happens at the end. I know. But how do we get to that point? Because I'm mad at Edward, and I don't think I can forgive him. I don't think I can forgive him. I don't. But then again, what would happen if Bella and Jacob ended up together and then she got pregnant with his baby? Like, would the story just be completely different? What's the tea on that? I don't know. But this is giving me very much the Vampire Diaries vibe. I don't know who Elena ends up with, so please don't spoil that for me in the comments. I'm taking a little bit of a break right now from the Vampire Diaries, but I will be finishing it, so I don't want to know until I find out myself. Please don't spoil it if you guys know what happens at the end of Vampire Diaries. Anyways, I am living for this book. I'm enjoying it. I'm giving it a 5 out of 5 so far. Like, that's an insane thing for me to say. But I am living my best life right now. Living my vampire werewolf fantasy. I'm not a werewolf girly at all. I am very much a vampire girly all the way 10 times late. But this book has changed my mind a little bit because Edward... I have beef with Edward from Midnight Sun, so that could be why. Babes. Okay. I will check back in with you once I am like 50% of the way into the book. So, yeah. Okay, my bad. Literally 1 minute later, my bad. I totally forgot to tell you what else happened. So... okay, Edward's gone. He's gone. I did update, so that's how far I am. So he's gone, and Bella started to wake up because she was in this zombified daze, you know, there's a possibility from the movie, where it's like November, December. Iconic scene, period. I swear, every time I'm filming, I get some kind of email or something. Oh my god, what was I saying? I was saying, there's a possibility. Okay, so she went to the movies with Jessica, and then she and Jessica went to McDonald's after, but then Bella saw the group of dudes who she thought was the group of dudes who almost assaulted her in the first book, okay? Bless you. Sorry, my cat's sick right now. She's sneezing, poor little baby. So Bella goes to approach him, and then she hears Edward's voice saying, Bella, don't do anything stupid, blah, blah, you promise, okay? So she hears the ghost of Edward, then she starts, like, becoming herself again, and when she's at school, she starts talking to people again, and then everyone's like, hello, Bella, where the hell have you been, loca? And then, so she was like, I want to hear Edward's voice again. I want to do something a little crazy. So she finds these bikes that one of her fellow students' parents were like giving away or throwing to the dump or something. She gets the bikes, he lets her have them. She goes to Jacob, starts hanging out with Jacob, and was like, yo, if you fix up these bikes and teach me how to ride, then like motorbike, not like bicycle. Anyways, so if you teach me how to ride, then you can have one of these bikes, period, and I'll buy all the parts and everything. So he was like, yeah. So they started spending a little bit more time together. Also, Jacob's tall. He's tall. He's like 6 foot tall in the book, and she's so short. She's so tiny. She's 5'4", and he's like a foot taller than her. Okay. Anyways, so they start hanging out, and she is enjoying her time with him. Okay, and then there's this scene where her, Charlie, Jacob, and then Jacob's like family, they're all having dinner together, and she's like, wow, this is like the happiest I've been in a long time, all this laughter around all these people. Okay, why? Even when she was hanging out with the Cullens, it was not like that. It was not like that. So I'm thinking that I am becoming Team Jacob. I never thought those words would be coming out of my mouth, but Edward pissed me off so bad, and she's literally so happy when she's with him. So like, it's one of those friends to lovers that could be working out, I feel. Let's see how it goes. I'm hoping that I can finish this weekend, because I can't believe I'm hooked. I thought that I was going to be dragged. Like, I thought this was going to be dragging on, but it's not, and I am surprised. That's crazy to me. Anyways, so I'm not quite sure where I know obviously I left out 25%, that's what I said a million times. Anyways, so I'm not quite sure exactly where I left off. I want to say like Edward, okay, let me hold this up for you guys. I want to say that Edward had just left. I could be like straight up lying to you guys. But, so, my tea and thoughts. This is going to be, Midnight Sun Part 2, hopefully. My tea and my thoughts. I do believe I am turning into Team Jacob, or I am Team Jacob already. That's an insane thing to say. I know. But, every time Bella is with Jacob, she, like I said, she is happy. She is loving her life. Like, of course there's pain when she thinks about Edward, but that's because he hurt her. And every time she is with Edward, she is unhappy. Forgive me if I'm saying all this. I didn't watch the clip back before I'm filming this now. Yeah. So, I feel like I already did say all this. Anyways, let me just... It's not important of me to take that bookmark out, but like I felt like I really needed to. Anyways, yeah, so once Edward left, Bella was in this zombie-like state. She was like, no, I can't do this, whatever. And then it was just the days, the months were going by, and then one day she started to wake up because she did something dangerous, and she heard Edward's voice telling her to mayhap not do that. So then she was like, okay, I long for Edward's voice again to talk to me. So she ended up, I did say this, she ended up getting the bikes and wanting to do something dangerous, goes to Jacob and is like, yo, Jacob, I'll let you have one if you help me fix these bikes and teach me how to ride. Cue Lana Del Rey ride. And so he was like, slay queen, anything for you, Bella. So they start hanging, they start skirt driving around, they become bestie boos. And okay, so flashback, okay, to my first vlog, or yeah, this one was actually a vlog. So to my first vlog of becoming a Twihard, when I said that Jacob completely exposed the Cullens to Bella, okay, so she kind of, oh my god, and then I have more, okay, so then he kind of didn't, because he just told her about the legend of the Cold Ones. He didn't believe it himself, and also he told her the legend of the werewolves without saying so many words, but he also said he didn't believe that himself. So he didn't believe these legends. He told Bella put the pieces together herself. That's my bad, that's my mistake, my bad for that. I apologize. Jacob didn't give anything away. Okay, so just so we're clear. Anyways, so they start hanging out, and then there's this one really awkward, but like not awkward, like weird. It's just awkward because, like, it happened before and it would happen again, and this is just a canon event in everybody's timeline that this will happen to. So very awkward scene that I quite enjoyed because I felt like I was there. And the awkwardness was Bella wanted to prove to Charlie that I'm not depressed. I have friends and I'm gonna be hanging out with them, okay? After not talking to these people for like 3 months, she invites Jacob, Mike to Angela. Oh, Ben is his name. Okay, congratulations. I remembered Ben's name. Ben, Angela, and then Jessica to hang out and go to the movies and chill with her because she's not depressed. She's actually a social butterfly. So everyone's ended up canceling because they had the stomach flu. So it ended up just being Jacob and Mike who went with Bella to the movies, and it was so awkward because there's this tension between them that they both have a crush on Bella, and there was this one point where they were Jacob and Mike were like holding their hands up, you know, like that's like the, oh, if you want to like hold my hand, like, you know, nonverbal cues or whatever. So they were doing that. Bella was sitting in the middle and they were both doing that, and she's like, I don't want to hold either of your hands, and she like crossed her arms. Anyways, that was funny. That was late. And Mike gets sick, so he has to go or like throw up. And so then, okay, so this is the tea, right? Jacob's shift is coming on into a werewolf, and Billy, who is Jacob's father, tells Bella, yo, Jacob cannot see right now when she goes hang out with him again. Jacob cannot see right now because he has the mono. He has the mono, okay? Fun fact about me, I almost died once when I was under the influence of mono. Anyways, so he had it, or he didn't really have it. He was shifting into a wolf, and Billy was like, yo, Jacob got the mono, he can hang out with you, okay? Weeks. And then Bella calls, yes, that kind of hurt. Bella calls Jacob talking about Sam and his little friends being beaches and not being the cute and gorgeous slay bestie boos that Jacob has always known and loved. Since they started hanging out with Sam, they have become standoffish bitches, you know. And then Bella sees Jacob out in the wild and is like, why are you hanging out with Sam? You freaking hate him, you bitch, you traitor, you hoe. Like, where is the love for me? And so yeah, so then we find out, oh my god, before that, Bella is in the meadow that her and Edward had shared a moment, you know, and she's just like reminiscing, like, oh, is he real? Like, is he gone? Like, what's the tea with that? Like, am I crazy? Like, am I delulu? Did I make all that up? I don't understand. And so then she sees, what the fuck is this? Laurent. And he's like, oh, hello, Bella. Let me suck your blood and kill you. And then the huge werewolves come out of the woods and attack Laurent, and they kill him, okay? And so the tea with that is, in the beginning of the new moon, I forgot to mention this earlier. I hope you guys are following. This is the reality of me not editing everything out, okay? Please be following. If you're not, let me know down below. I'm not following. Okay. Sorry. And so in the beginning of the new moon, flash forward, or back, there was reports of these giant bear attacks, okay? And the tea is, they're not actually bears, they're the werewolves, okay? Nobody was shocked. If you're shocked, are you reading Twilight? I don't know. Anyways, so flash back to when Bella got attacked by Laurent. So these are the bears that everyone was talking about, and then she's like, I saw these, they're wolves, they're not bears. I don't know what these other guys are talking about. Maybe they forgot their glasses at home. She says all that, not in so many words, but she basically does. Anyways, so then she finds out that Jacob is the oh my god, Jacob is a wolf. Shakira, she wolf. Okay. And they talk about how like the enemy is the vampire or whatever. Okay, this takes a long time for her to find out everything. Like, we know, because we know the story of Twilight, I feel like you can very much assume that he's a werewolf with everything that is going on in here. And also it talks about how big and strong and like warm temperature wise, like 108, 109 is what they describe him in the book. And so she goes with Jacob to Sam's house. We meet Emily, who the tea with Emily is Sam's fiance. And one time he woofed out. They didn't call it that in the book, but he woofed out on her. They can't control when they woof, I think. That's unclear, but I feel like they can once they get more familiar with the wolfitization. Okay, so one time he woofed out, she was standing too close, bam, across the face. Okay, so now she has these scars on her face from him woofing out, and she tells everyone that it's a bear attack, or it was a bear attack, and like he is like super upset with that. Also, Sam is alpha. What does Sam look like? I don't know. I cannot wait to rewatch the movie because some of the stuff, I'm like, I cannot remember everything that happened. I remember Jacob being the wolf and then the Volturi, which we didn't even get there yet, period. That's what I remember. And then Edward, the iconic scene in Italy where he's like, but that's all I remember from the new moon. And then I don't remember anything from Eclipse. I can't wait to read it. Anyway, oh yeah, I do. That's not important right now. We're talking about this. So she gets to know Jacob and the squad more, okay? She's like up in their house and talking to them and eating with them, and then she's so happy. Like, she is so happy, okay? Everyone is like hesitant to accept her, but they're nice to her, okay? And that is the difference between them and the Cullens. Like, Rosalie hated her. Well, I think Rosalie's like the only one who hated Bella, but that's because she was jealous because she was a human, okay? And we already discussed why she was jealous, okay? In the past once, okay? Rosalie is still the queen, okay? Period. That's like not up for debate. Anyways, so, and then we get them like hanging out, you know, doing their thing, whatever. And then Jacob goes to bring Bella home, and she sees a car in the driveway, and Jacob like sniffs around, and he's like, there is a vampire in your house, we gotta get out of here, I'm your protector, queen. And so he's scurrying out of there. Bella's like, no, I know the car, that's Carlisle's car, we have to go see what is going on in there. And Jacob's like, you can get out. And so he just leaves her at her house with her truck. I don't know why they're always in her truck. I feel like Jacob has a car. Anyways, so leaves her there. Bella goes inside. It's Alice. Alice is like, oh my god, Bella, you're alive. Here is where I get into some plot holes, okay? Plot holes. She's like, oh, Bella, you're alive. That's kind of how like the narrator narrates it. It's like so whimsical and wispy and dreamy. Anyways, so Bella's alive. Okay, we just said that like 14 times, okay? So what Alice saw, she saw, oh my god, back all the way up. Victoria, okay, if you guys don't remember who Victoria is the one who was mated with James. James was from the first book. He tried to kill Bella. They met at the baseball scene. He tried to kill her. He lured her away. And then Edward killed James. Okay, so now Victoria, his mate, has been after Bella the whole book. And that's kind of like the only thing I remember from Eclipse was that they were running from Victoria and then somehow Victoria catches up. I don't know. but we had to know that was going down. We had to know that was going down. It's not a spoiler. Anyways, where even was I? Alice. So Alice was like, I saw you jumping off a cliff. Bella was like, cliff diving is in. Cliff diving is for me. I love extreme sports. Like, I am high athlete 10 out of 10 girly. And then Alice was like, oh, thank God. I thought that you tried to yourself. And then Bella was like, no. I started to drown, and then Jacob pulled me out of the water. But then we realized Alice cannot see the werewolves. She cannot see them, okay? And here's my tea with that, right? If Edward can't read Bella's mind, okay? I'm about to tell you a spoiler for Breaking Dawn. If you guys, maybe you're reading along with me, maybe you haven't seen or watched or read Breaking Dawn or whatever, I know the tea. Okay, this is about to be a massive spoiler for like the full series. So skip ahead a little bit if you don't want to know. Okay, I'll put spoilers like somewhere. Anyways, so the tea is, I'm going into spoilers now. I felt like I wasn't clear, even though I said it 10 times. The tea is Bella. We know Bella is a shield. Like, we don't know that now, but we know that in the future. And so that's why Edward couldn't read her thoughts. Okay, so my question is, if Alice can't see the wolves in her visions because, you know, they're wolves or whatever, and then, spoiler alert for Midnight Sun. I mean, not Midnight Sun. What the fuck is this? New Moon? Arrow. A-R-O. Arrow. The Voltorevich, okay? So if when he touched her hand and he couldn't read her every thought, okay, why? Why can Bella see her in her visions? Plot hole. Another one, well, that would make sense because then there wouldn't be any way to progress the story if Alice literally could not see her in her visions. But that just doesn't make sense to me. I feel like why do some vampires' powers work on Bella, but not all of them? Makes no sense to me. Jasper can manipulate Bella's emotions to an extent, and that also makes no sense to me because in either the beginning of this book or the first book, Bella said, I feel a wave of calmness, something, Jasper's powers, okay? And that's the tea on that. Like, that makes no sense to me. So plot hole there. Okay, got you, Miss Meyer. Okay, unspoiler, okay. So yeah, so I don't understand that about the story. So we find out that, that's why Alice came back and all that. Okay, and so there's a miscommunication thing between Edward and Alice and even Rosalie, because Rosalie told Edward, this is what Alice saw. And then Edward's like spiraling, freaking out. He wants to die. He goes to the Volturi. Here are like the ancient vampire families, and they have one vampire rule is to not be exposed. And so Edward goes to the Volturi and is like, please, please, please end my life. And instead the Volturi are like, King, you're kind of powerful. We want you on our team, period. And then Edward's like, no, I don't want to be with you guys. I want to be unalived, okay? And then they're like, no. And so they're like, join my crew or else that's it. Like, we're not killing you. And so then Edward comes up with this plan. He's like, in order to ensure that I do get what I want and I do end up passing away, I must expose myself in front of as many people possible. So, here's what I'll do. At the 12th hour, I will get naked in front of everyone, their mother, their cousin, their sister, and their brother, okay? And they'll be seeing my sparkly self, and therefore vampires will be exposed. Therefore, they have to kill me. Therefore, I am dead because I am dead without Bella, okay? that's his plan. And so there's a lot of Romeo and Juliet comparison going on here, okay? And then Alice is like, oh, you have to stop, Edward, because this is why if he sees me, like, he's not gonna do anything, but if he sees you, period, proof that you're alive, duh. And so she saves him. They kiki together. Oh my god, you're alive. Oh my god, you're alive. Oh my god, I love you. Miss you. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Okay. Then, not Arrow, but some other bitch from the laboratory is like, yo, we would like to speak with you. And so then, also, Jane? Is she a child? Is Jane a child? That was unclear to me. I thought that she was like the teens ages, like 17, blah blah blah, but she is described a couple times as very young and very young, and I feel like they said child like at least once. I could be wrong. Anyways, so but she also kissed someone on the mouth. So if she's a child, I don't know. So I guess from the first blog, this wasn't even from the first blog. This was from the live. Throwback to the live. If you guys want to watch the live that I read Twilight for one day, and I streamed for 10 hours, go ahead and watch that. I won't be watching that because it's getting embarrassing. Does the brain keep developing once you are changed? And does your mind keep expanding? Or are you 17 forever, 32 forever, 12 forever? Not saying she's 12. I'm saying I don't know if she is. Or if she isn't. Cannot confirm or deny at this time. We're only on new moon. Hello? I'm just a little icked out by that, just a little bit. Anyways, and so cute interview with the vampire, because I want to read that, but I just watched a TikTok today that said there were some weird things with the child, okay? But I don't know. Haven't watched the show or the movie or read the book. That will be a journey for the near future me, because it's coming up, just not yet. Anyways, oh my god, where even was I? So they go into the Volturi, and then Jane is there, Arrow is there, and then some other dude, I can't remember his name, but he's like big. Everyone, big, small, okay? Can anyone be average? Where's the average representation? Whoa, that was big cringe of me to just say that. Anyways, okay. And so they're like, who is this girl? Who is this human? And then Arrow tries to... So here's Arrow's tea. He can read minds like Edward, but he can do it on level 3000. So if he... But he has to touch you. If he like touches your hand or something, he can see every thought that you've ever had. Okay? And that's a little bit too dangerous. No thank you. No thank you. People don't need to be seeing all that. It's giving disturbed. It's giving hilarious. It's giving too much. Okay. Where am I going with this? So he tries to see Bella's thoughts. Can't. And then he's like, I wonder if Jane's powers, what do they call them? They don't call them gifts. I wonder if Jane's gifts will work on Bella. And so Edward's like, no. And so then he like steps in front of her or whatever, and we see him writhing in pain. And then we come to the conclusion that Jane is similar in the way that she can do things to Jasper, because Jasper can manipulate emotions. I am guessing that Jane can manipulate like feelings of things. They probably said in the book, but I don't know. I was like very much, oh, my mom is trying to FaceTime me right now. Sorry, Mom. Give me like 10 minutes, 5, 8, I don't know, give me a few. Oh my god, I'm getting so distracted. Oh my god. Okay, so then he like jumps in front of her, whatever. He's in pain. Agony. Okay, and then we're assuming that Jane tries to use it on Bella and doesn't work. So period. So okay, so all this is happening. Still doesn't make sense to me. Why Bella can see her, Jasper can manipulate her emotions. That makes no sense to me. If these powerful Volturi's gifts work on her, hello, what the heck? Hold on, I didn't tell her that I'm filming. Okay, I'm back. So, yeah, so then they're like, Bella, we want you to be a vampire. We want you to join us. Like, can you all join us? Like, Alice, do you want to join us? And then everyone's like, no. And then a whole bunch of people, humans, I presume. I thought that it was like a new vampire orientation, but then they didn't say anything about vampires, so I'm guessing that these are humans that were brought so they can suck their blood and feed. Okay, my bad for thinking it was orientation, okay? And so then a whole bunch of people come into the area where they're chilling, right? And then Heidi, who is she? Don't know. Don't remember even a little bit. She comes in and she like sizes them, like looks them up and down. And then while everyone's distracted, Alice, Bella, Edward, get out of there. Fly back to Forks, okay? So the Volturi said, you guys need to change Bella and like soon, or she dies.
Death to all of them.
Like they're like, you are exposing yourself to humans, okay? And that's why she has to die or be changed. Okay. And so what I really, really liked about this book was, first of all that, okay? And then at the end, Bella and Edward are having a discussion about changing her. And so Bella goes to the Collins' house and is like, who wants me to be a part of your family, or I stay human? Everybody except for Edward and Rosalie says yes. Rosalie, hear me out. Rosalie says, no, I don't want you to be a part of this family, she said, because am I getting emotional? And then she says no because no, I didn't have anyone to tell me to like stick up for me, you know, whatever. When I was human, I would never want to be this, like, I don't want to be this, etc. But Rosalie then doesn't like try to like herself, so there has to be something that she likes about it. I don't know. Yeah, and so everyone says yes. Edward gets mad, he breaks something, I don't know, whatever. Instead of Midnight Sun version of Twilight, I feel like Midnight Sun should have been Edward's version of this, because he's not in it, and that's probably why I like this book so much. He's not in it except for the beginning and the end. There's like, of course she's thinking about him, hello, this is a breakup, and of course like she feels like she hears his voice, but he's not like in it being annoying. So yeah, and so everyone says yes, blah blah blah, and then Edward, Bella go back to her house and they're talking. She's like, I want to be a vampire, like, and I want you to be the one to do it. And then he's like, not gonna happen. And so they come up with this plan that they need to be married, and then he'll think about changing her. Okay, and they're like trying to put a timeline on it. Bella says, no more than like a year and a half. I'm not about to be some 32-year-old with a 17-year-old. Like, that's weird. And I respect Bella hella for that, because that is weird, Miss Ma'am. Even though he's like 100 and I don't know how old he said, like 109 or something. He's in a 17-year-old's body. And is his brain developing? We still don't know. Like, we still don't know if this is a 17-year-old with life experience or if this is a 109-year-old, like, completely fully able to have his frontal lobe develop. Like, what is the tea on that? Because that will make such a difference, I feel like. And it's also weird, like, if you're like a 12-year-old and you have a fully developed brain but you're in a 12-year-old body, like, that's just, it's giving weird. It's giving weird because I feel like, why would Edward want to go for, like, someone who is physically his own age when, like, MILFs exist? Like, anyway, what was I saying even? Marriage. So, marriage or not gonna happen, and so they come up with a plan. Yeah, Bella's like, give me like a year and a half only is what I give you, and she's like, hello, and the Volturi are coming after me, so like we need to do something about this. So here's the tea at the end of the book, right? Bella and Edward gonna be getting married, possibly. Bella is going to become a vampire, possibly. When, we don't know. The Volturi coming for Bella. But here's the thing about the Volturi, okay? Edward said 1 day for a human is equivalent to 1 year to the Volturi. Like, they don't care. They take their time to get around to things, Edward says. So, Bella, you have time. Like, you don't need to be changed, okay? And my thing is, like, let her make her own decisions. Period. If she wants to be a vampire, she should be able to. Like, you love this girl, no? She doesn't have the same beliefs as you, right? So, like, I get it, but, like, chill. And so, my beef with Edward remains. Am I Team Jacob? I don't know, because I don't know if I actually see Bella with Oh, rewind a little bit back to when Jacob was about to drop Bella off when Alice was in Bella's house. Okay, are you following? Bella is in her mind thinking, oh, I should move on from Edward and I should tell Jacob, you know, like, let's try this thing out, even though she's basically going with the second choice is what that whole rant was about. Well, she's basically trying to, like, see where things can go with Jacob as, like, a second choice, okay? See if she can feel for him the way that he feels for her. And fast forward back to where we were just talking about. Am I stalling because I forgot? Mayhaps. Anyways, oh yeah. Victoria coming after Bella. The Cullens allowing Bella to be one of them. They want her to be one of them. Volturi wants her to be one of them or die. And then Victoria's like, Edward killed James, so I'm gonna kill Bella so Edward can be miserable, period. And then we have Bella is about to graduate high school. We got Charlie hating Edward, and then like, oh my gosh, this girl. And then we have Jacob and the wolves, and they natural born enemies of the vampires. They hate each other. And Jacob and Bella, friends? I don't know. No, obviously, I mean, not obviously, but no, probably not, because the whole time Bella wanted to keep it a secret that she had the little bike hobby or whatever from Charlie. And what does Jacob do? Once Bella comes back and is like, I'm with Edward, he drops the bike off at her house because he's pissed. Like, no, F your bike. I don't give a... Take your bike back, queen. That's what happens. And he literally said those words, direct quote. And so Bella's like, that's cool because I was keeping that secret from Charlie. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so we have all that going on. My tea with this book is this a 5-star book from me? It might be. I'm thinking right now, I just finished this, probably like an hour and a half ago, maybe 2 hours. I'm thinking perhaps it might be a 5-star. Just so much happened in this book, and it wasn't even like a difficult thing to follow along to. If you guys are unaware of the lore of me, I have seen Twilight twice in my life. One when I was like, I don't know, like 11. Once like a couple years ago in like 2021, and then I've seen, or maybe 2020, one of those. And then I barely remember it, and then I have seen New Moon once, right when it came to like Blockbuster or Redbox. And then I watched Eclipse once, right when it came out. And then I skipped Breaking Dawn Part 1 and went directly to the midnight premiere of Breaking Dawn Part 2, and I watched it in theaters. That's the only time I have seen these movies, and I barely remember them. I remember the main things like werewolves, and then Renesmee, and then what happens with Bella in the end, and then all of that. But other than that, I don't remember anything else. Like, I don't remember what happens with Victoria. I don't really remember everything that happens with the Volturi. Like, I know the end result of the Volturi, but I don't know what happens. Like, I remember the vision, okay, iconic scene in the movies. But I don't really remember much else at all. So my bad for posting this before my reaction to the Twilight movie, because I meant to finish Midnight Sun and then watch the Twilight movie, because that's what you guys wanted me to do. You guys wanted me to do book movie. However, I didn't have time to watch Twilight because I was so immersed in this story. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna maybe watch all of the movies afterwards. I don't know. But I wanted to go ahead and talk about New Moon while I still had so many thoughts. And here's the thing. I started Eclipse, but then I felt so wrong for starting it, and I'm still on chapter 1. I started on audio. I'm like 5 minutes into the audio. I felt bad about starting it on audio before giving you guys a full wrap up because I didn't want to forget anything, and then I felt extra bad because I didn't watch the movie. So I think I'm just gonna watch all of the movies last, because I'm already on the 3rd book, technically the 4th, I guess. So here's what we'll be doing. We'll be New Moon, okay? We just finished her. We're gonna read Eclipse next, and then oh my gosh, I forget the exact wording, but it's like the short second life of Bree Tanner. I will be reading that after Eclipse, and then I'll be reading Breaking Dawn, and if I still have the energy in me, I will be reading Life and Death, the gender swap Twilight story. However, I am going to be honest with you guys, I'm tired of the Twilight story. Book 1, I'm tired of that story. I know that story inside and out, and I'm sick of it. That's probably why I was thoroughly entertained by this book, because Edward is just annoying. He's just annoying. God, I'm sorry, I have beef with him. But I do want Bella to be a vampire. Like, I don't know. I guess I can be Team Bella. I can be Team Bella instead of Team Jacob or Team Edward. Because the reality of it is, Bella does not see Jacob like that, okay? And we can say Team Jacob all we want. Team Jacob stan. We can say that, but Bella doesn't want him like that. She wants Edward. And Edward is not good for her. Therefore, I don't want her to be with Edward. But I know that Bella wants to be a vampire, so I want her to be a vampire. It's just, you'll win some, you'll lose some. You gotta take it for what it is. And New Moon, maybe it's a 5-star for me. Maybe for a 4.5 because the plot holes, I just can't stop thinking about them. I'm gonna just say it's gonna be a 5-star for now, and then we'll think about it at a different time. So yeah, if you guys want to continue to follow me on my Twilight journey, make sure you subscribe. There will be more videos about different things coming out soon. I'm just so deep into this world right now. I need to get it out. Yeah, so become a Twihard. Subscribe. Make sure you please leave a comment. Oh my god, let's leave. It will be so fun of you guys to leave a wolf emoji in the comment because we actually got to meet the wolves in this book. Sorry, my mouth was so dry. I bet you guys heard that, and I do apologize. Yeah. Subscribe, like. Nami almost dying. So leave the wolf emoji if you made it this far. I really appreciate you guys. Make sure you subscribe if you have not subscribed already, and make sure that you like this video if you want me to keep making videos like this. And thank you so much for watching. I am going to be going on my little rant sesh now. Today I don't have that much to rant about. I feel as if I'm going to start including this rant sesh at the end of every video because I just like to talk, I guess. Anyways, so I'm not sure if you guys watched my previous video, the rant part, but if you did, I said something like, I have a unique idea for a video that I want to do. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but videos to come. I'm still thinking of doing the annual roast and then the top 10 of 2024, and then I also want to do 25 books I want to read in 2025. However, here's my tea. I don't even know what 10 books I would talk about in my 2024 top 24 of 2024. That's not right. Top 10 2024. So there's that. But I hope that you guys had an amazing reading year. I know my reading year was okay. I can't think, the only thing I can think of that really stood out to me was the Crimson Crown, because the Crimson Crown was very much giving Agatha all along. And if you guys don't know, I am obsessed with Agatha all along. I'm obsessed with Agatha and Rio. I'm obsessed with Agatha herself. I love that show. Anything to name drop Agatha Harkness is me, I guess. My hair kind of blends in with my bookshelf a little bit, no? Maybe I should get lights or like a different shelf or something. That's kind of weird. I never noticed that. Maybe not. I don't know. Also, I'm gonna go because I'm getting kind of tired and I don't really have that much to rant about today. I hope that you guys have the best holiday season yet. Happy holidays, happy New Year, happy Christmas, happy Hanukkah, happy other things I am unaware of or cannot remember at this moment. Happy everything. If you just are alive, happy. Oh my god. Okay. If you guys want to follow me on the Instagram, you can. It's Brooklyn's Library. Okay, bye. Thank you for watching also. Bye.